welcome again to the Hiker's Dream show. And we're here with Gary. And maybe, Gary, you could tell us your trail name and maybe how you got it, first of all, to get to know you.
Certainly. My name's Gary Morrison. My trail name is Mango. I got my trail name about a week into my Appalachian Trail through hike. I came up on some trail angels, which was very rare in 2020, but it was really early. It was still March, and I hadn't had a trail name, and they were really sweet. It was two families, and they filled me up on soup and tea and fruit. And as I was leaving, they were trying to push off more stuff on me. I'm like, no, I'm all right. I'm all right. And they're like, we have mango. And I got overly excited, probably cursed a few times, said, that's freaking great. And the guy goes, that's what your name should be, Mango Gary. And I actually walked away from them kind of on a high because it was a really nice meeting with like trail people. And I left my poles. So I ran back to get my poles. I got about a quarter mile away. And I go, I'm keeping the name, but dropping Gary. And that's how I got it. And I'm still friends with the people on Facebook.
Excellent. Yeah, these are lifelong friends we meet on trail.
The people that I've met, that is what I think is the greatest part of the trail, are the people I've met. I was really lucky too. My trail family was just everything to me while I was on the trail.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think there's such a deep connection with these people that we meet, out of nowhere, hardly ever know them, and then we have this lasting connection with them? Why do you think that is?
For me, I think I put it back to like being in junior high or even elementary school and going away to camp, and you're stuck with people you don't know every night, sleeping with them. And we were all my family was all shelter rats, more or less. We were in every shelter, and there weren't many people, so it was easy, the same 5, 8, 10, whatever it was, and you're with them every night, and you could bond. You saw them in their darkest moments, most pain, starving, thirsty, tired, irritable. And we all got together, and there was never fights, there was never argument. You just bonded. The struggle, the closeness, it was pretty much all those things.
Yeah.
Like when you're away, I guess I was writing that when you're away at camp, the same thing happens. You develop relationships that, you say you're going to call and write, but you don't have the momentum or whatever. But I'm still in touch with almost everyone that my true family, my true trail family, I am still in touch with.
When did you do the AT? What year was that?
2020, the year of COVID.
Oh, recently. Okay.
Yes.
Have you done anything since then?
I haven't. I've been going up, and I actually had my knee replaced in August. So I was bone on bone. I actually had to come off trail, get a cortisone shot when I was in Maine. I came home, got a cortisone shot, went back up, was off trail for about 2.5 weeks, and then finished the trail after my cortisone shot. And then got a knee replacement within 5 months of getting off trail. Or something like that.
Okay. Bionic Mango. Okay. You can add bionic to that. Okay. Yeah, it's like, to me, it reminds me of the military, when you have these bonds with the people that you're just basically surviving, with eat, sleep, and walk, and just basically surviving the weather and all the hardships and the challenges you get. There's a bond there. I see that from my PCT trip in 2014. I just share, I got my name Landslide from, it's about 250 miles into the trip, and I kept falling. And this one guy had seen me fall, and then one time I slipped on some rocks and caused a minor landslide, and that's how I got my name.
That's all. Like I got to name one guy on trail. He was carrying blue jeans with him on the first oh God, up to Franklin. So about 115 miles in, 107 miles in, he was carrying blue jeans with him for some reason. He was a Marine, not I guess a former ex-Marine or former Marine, but he was a Marine, and that he got his name, and he's actually doing the PCT, but he's actually starting today
Oh,
southbound. I decided to hold off a month because of the snow, and I'm just not as he's 32 and I'm 52, so I decided to take an extra some time. I'm going to be heading out 7-Eleven
wow,
to
you're
go.
gonna do this southbound, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
What's it look like, the snow levels in Washington?
Right now there's 4 feet at Hart's Pass.
Okay.
So, but it's losing, I think it's now losing like 4 or 5 inches a day. I don't know. I keep getting different, no one's giving, from what I'm looking at, I should be pretty clear by the time I leave on the 14th or 15th.
And what made you go southbound?
Availability. I couldn't get
Oh,
on the northbound list when they
oh,
did the sign up. Like by the time my number came up, I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll do southbound.
well,
Yeah,
that's
that was the and
what,
at the time I was planning to do it with one of my Tramley guys, this guy Blue Jeans, but yeah, we were both like talking on the phone while we were picking, and that all went to shit, because of the snow. And there's just too much snow up there right now. The first group just got through, but I have no snow hiking experience, just hiking experience. So I wasn't going to take that chance.
now, is there a sign up for southbounders too? Or is it just
Yeah,
like,
Southbounders, you can get it's 50 people a day. Oh no, it's 15 people a day. And for northbounders, you were allowed to sign up for 50 people a day. So there's that many more, and I think there's more time too. I think there's only 45 days, and southbounders are supposed to take off, and there's 60 days, and I could be wrong in this, on northbounders. So there's not so many more northbounders.
any idea how many are going southbound this year?
No, not that. Now, no one's been starting. So the first so far, what is today? The 22nd,
Third, 23rd.
23rd. So we're 8 days in, and only about 6 people have even tried to
Oh,
start that I know of.
yeah, yeah.
So there's definitely it's going to be a lighter crowd, or there's going to be a bigger bubble of people all coming in at the same time after the snow break melts.
Are you gonna be blogging or somehow?
I'll be on Instagram and Facebook, and my Facebook I left open, and I haven't really posted. I tried to repost my thing on Facebook or on Instagram, but I'll be on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, I find my hike was so challenging. I don't see how people could blog at the same time, take video and then do the editing and everything. It's just so challenging, just
No,
the hiking itself.
I'm
What
not
I,
that advanced in that.
no, but what I did was at trail towns, I used to go to the libraries and use their internet and then do trail reports. I did about 15 of those in the small towns that we stopped in and send word back home to family and friends. And that was fun.
Yeah,
So, what made? Are you going for the Triple Crown, or what's your idea here?
I am. I am. Hopefully next year, if all goes well this year, and I get the PCT down, and as long as my cancer doesn't come back, I expect to be on the CDT next year.
Excellent. Okay, you're a trooper. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I just decided, I wanted, I don't know, I wanted to do something. I don't know how many years I have left, so I'm gonna get out there and do it.
I would be out there too if I wasn't here trying to save the world. But right now we got stuff to do with the environment and the planet. But
Yeah.
so I'm living vicariously through you guys. Um, so what made you hike? I mean, why are you out there anyway? What's the
I
deal?
I start I started hiking. We got a dog about 7 years ago, and we had a Great Dane. And we started just going out on hikes. And I live close to the AT, So one of the trails we were crossed the AT, and then my girlfriend, who I have the dog with, got on the AT with a friend and did an overnight, and she became really like enthralled with it. Just, so she started doing hikes. I started jumping in with her, and we did. She did like most of this Bay to Pennsylvania we have a Great Dane that did it, and I sent pictures. You'll see, and he's done everything from the Shenandoahs to Vermont, except for he couldn't do Lehigh Gap because it was too rocky. But so we started doing that, and actually we were watching a television show called Dirty Southbounders about hikers, and I had been diagnosed with stage 4B cancer, and I just gotten on disability. I can't, the side effects for my drugs, I can't think, I can't have critical conversations. I can't do complex things. The drugs really screwed me up. But she's like, you could do that. You could hike that. And it was a Tuesday night, and we were watching it on Amazon Prime. It was 6 episodes. It's about these kids that did it southbound, and that sat with me. It was 8 o'clock at night. She said that, and the next day at 12 noon, I was driving, and it didn't leave. And I called her up. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do it. And she's like, you're gonna do what? I go, I'm gonna hike the Appalachian Trail. And 3 weeks later, we were driving down to Georgia, and she started the first. Her and my dog Archer started the first 50 miles with me. So that's how I got into through hiking.
Are you hooked? Are you hooked?
And then I was hooked. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no, I mean, I went out, last year this year I haven't been able to, but last year I did some Trail Angel stuff. I went to Trail Days last year. This year's been more focused on just trying to get things done, to be prepared to be away for 6 months. But yeah, I also did a lot of trail, like we did some trail. I know you don't talk about, we did some trail cleaning too. Like every time I go in the trail near us, we have like 3 or 4 spots we go to, we can reach within 20 to 30 minutes. And I always try to just keep the trail clean, leave it better than when I found it.
We've had a lot of blowdowns here in parts of the PCT this year. People had to go through. Are you in Pennsylvania, did you say?
Yeah, I'm in PA. I'm in Central PA.
Okay. Yeah, I like to get into more like the introspective stuff. So what have you become aware of since you started hiking? Awareness wise, like people talk about their gear and all that stuff. We've heard that, but I like to see what internally has happened here with people. It's kind of interesting.
I've actually implemented more meditation while I'm hiking too. All around betterness. I've become more. For me, it's the being present of where you are, and even when I'm out there, sometimes I miss it. But that's the biggest thing. I've become more present. It's a weird thing. I don't shower as much. I just don't feel like I need to, being out on the trail, which is a weird thing. But mostly being present, being, aware of my surroundings, from what's touching my own body to what's around me in the sounds, is what's really brought on. And just the slowing down of life. Bring it, slowing it down.
And then how has that changed you? Has it changed you at all by becoming more aware of these things?
Yeah,